Hello everybody, welcome back. We are going to be getting straight into this game. It seems that the players had sort of started without us, so to speak, but that's fair enough. It is the nature of running a league the way that it is. It does happen from time to time. The players, of course, eager to go. Don't want to be waiting around for too long. So, we're into round number 3. Pistol goes the way of the Bongolz. 4 Spy goes the way of Click2Kill. And it would seem that this third round here is also going to go the way of Click2Kill, as there's only a Bryce Jr. remaining with the Deagle, and he can't get it done. So, nice clean round actually from Click2Kill there, to be fair. I think some of the players had fully bought up on the Bongolz side of things, some of them going for the full eco, so, you know, a little bit of miscommunication perhaps might actually come back to haunt them. Murdoch really got to be careful. He's actually buying a CZ into this round. That's going to put him down to 1,400, so he's not going to have very much money at all compared to the rest of his teammates. Mid-rush coming in, though. He seems to have ideas with the CZ, at least. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken down. So is Gandalf. Triple spray from TJ Bowie. As happens at the start of games, I've got to get recognised with all the names, so it's a little bit hard to kind of concentrate on what's going on. But Click2Kill, pretty good start from them. They lose the pistol, but they had a bit of a plan. Obviously, you guys didn't see it, but I sort of jumped into the server as they were all stacked up in towards Palace, and that seemed to have worked out for them. That was pretty close. Whistler takes down KGM just before he is able to pick up a kill. Rosie does get 1 with the Deagle, but that is all, as TJ Bowie actually picking up 4 kills in that round, so pretty nice stuff. They seem to be able to hold on to their anti-4 spy, anti-eco situations much more effectively so far than the Bongolz. But we'll see. This is kind of, you know, where men are made, is in the gun rounds, and this is the first one of the game. So, Gandalf. Bit of a whiffed grenade. And he does about 10 damage to Rosie. So not the end of the world, but still not really ideal. It goes on through and get an aggressive TJ Bowie, maybe a little bit too much. Bryce Jr. capitalizes, takes him down. Nice Molotov over towards Connector, lets Rosie another kill onto Whistler. And all the 1 versus 1s being won. Citizen Erase certainly does find an easy kill there, but it might just be too late, as he is now the only one remaining. The real Hixie drops the bomb over towards B as well as his corpse, so, well, I suppose he's not a corpse if he's alive, so he can't drop his body and become a corpse. But either way, metaphors aside, it's going to be a difficult situation for the lone T-side player to come back from. So the Bongolz, a little bit of a hiccup. Maybe, you know, you can put it down to getting overwhelmed by the pistols, and then there's not really much that they can do when they are in that weaker economic situation. So they lose a few rounds, and then we come back into the rifle round, and this is perhaps the Bongolz that we have come to expect. I think it was 16-3, 16-4 against Team Flash. Sure, they heavily outnumbered their opponents, but they did, you know, not drop a ball, so to speak, within that entire game, really. A lot of those rounds that they gave away, and like I say, there wasn't that many of them, was more down to them making silly little mistakes rather than being outclassed by their opponents. Pretty good at this point in time. With their buy at the very least. Gonna be pretty happy with this. We'll see as they execute out on towards the A-bomb site. Make their way in. Those smokes doing work, as they usually do. You do have to be careful not to peek before they bloom. Bryce Jr. will take down Whistler, capitalises on it. Flank coming in from Gandalf. He's able to get 1. I think his position not known at this point. A bit of miscommunication from the T side there, and leaves the real Hixie now in a 1-on-2 situation. Smoke going to go down on towards the bomb. I suppose he does have to play with the fact that no one on the CT side has got kits, but unfortunately with the AWP there, he kind of has to go for the wide peek. Doesn't really have the bullet sort of DPS to be taking little peeks and spraying out as you would with an AK or even a UMP. The AWP, he has to solidly go for it, you know, especially because in his mind it's like they could have a kit. I do need to, at the very least, try and deny this bomb defuse. And the only way for me to do that is to go for a wide peek. And that just plays right into the hands of Gandalf. So, good stuff. Well secured by the Bongolz. Certainly cost them a fair chunk of their players. But they will be happy with that result nonetheless. Junior, a little bit aggressive. Trading 1-1 doesn't necessarily work out for the CT side a lot of the time, but thankfully the rest of the team are picking up the pieces. Bongolz. Oh my goodness. I was about to say, should Shikoli win another one? Citizen Rays does have something else to say about it, but gets caught out reloading. Not expecting Gandalf to have flanked so quickly. The CZ though, man, it's got to change. It's got to change. Like Valve, man. You know? It's just... Let's make a change. Please. Real Hixie gonna find KGM. A little bit of aggression over towards middle does actually work out. Edgy with the Molotov. To be fair, a little bit late perhaps, as Gandalf not really going to feel the burn. Certainly an opportunity to even this one back up. That's a lot of nade damage done onto the real JMZ. Not seeing too much, we won't see too much more as he very quickly gets taken down by Rosie. Back into a 3-on-3 now as Gandalf finds one untraded. Bomb as well, pretty far away from the site, so Whistler trying to, you know, force the issue, doesn't work out, he gets taken down. Citizen Arrays and TJ Bowie now gonna have all the work to do. A bit awkward on the bomb plant. That actually allows Bryce Jr. through the smoke to pick up the kill onto the bomb plant, and Citizen Arrays gonna get melted down to 31 HP. I'm not quite sure why we're on a dead body there, Auto Director, but it's all good, man. Bryce Jr. quite aware of where his enemy is playing from. Going to creep in slowly as he hears the bomb plant go down. Oh, they're so close to each other right now. Bryce Jr., he's got to get the timing correct on this one. I think he's hearing a little bit of noise from Citizen Arrays. And Citizen Arrays expecting him to make a lot more noise than he ends up doing, so it goes the way of Bryce Jr. just because he catches his opponent off guard, gets the defuse, saves the AWP, wins the round. What more could you ask for, really? Money not looking too bad for the CT side either, so even though they only survived with one player, they've got a fair amount of cash stacked up. I think KGM, okay, gets dropped, so it's all good. I thought he was going to go for a second AWP, but apparently not. Meanwhile, on the T side of things, not really an ideal buy. Real Hixie peaks top mid. When surely he's got to know that they at least have the, you know, high percentage chance of having an AWP and easy kill for Murdochman. Ay. Who knows? Click2Kill playing on the back foot. In terms of economy, in terms of scoreline, and in terms of man advantage within this round. A few kills being landed back, though. Ooh, Citizen Arrays especially. He's certainly one of the stronger names on this Click2Kill side. So 3-on-3, TJ Bowie really needed to win that fight. Leaves his opponent on 6 HP. A little bit more aggression comes through from Murdoch. I don't think that they had heard the sound of the bomb being planted there. Too much carnage going on. Still, Citizen Arrays gets tagged up slightly through the smoke. Molotov eliminating some of the positions that he could be in. Bryce Jr. gets the high ground and picks up the frag in the end. So another round going to go the way of the Bongolz. I do believe that the winner of this game will be going through to the final as well. And then there is, you know, the other game on the other side of the bracket that is a very similar situation. Very slow start yet again from the T side. They're getting kind of slightly scared in a lot of these rounds. There's maybe a few too many Galils than should be out. The economy control, again, something that's going to let them down. JMZ, though, just found a nice kill on through the smoke. Immediately traded back on the other side of the map. But a 4-on-3 situation secured now for Click2Kill. Rosie left on 6 HP, but the nade finishes him off. It's a 4-on-2. I wouldn't say looking too doable. There's hardly any utility for the Bongolz. A lot of this. Gandalf had to go bigger than that. Not expecting players in from Connector. Maybe if he'd have picked up that one kill and managed to escape, it would have looked a little bit more doable. Bryce Jr., though, is certainly a strong player, and he finds the opening kill. Whistler is left on 46, so it's still doable. Still definitely doable. Kit in the hands of Bryce, to be fair. But when I say definitely doable, I mean there's a solid 30% chance that he wins this. Not too much higher than that. Especially because he's not really able to get himself into a decent position. They vaguely know where he's going to be coming from. They have both of those areas covered. And he, meanwhile, has no idea where his opponents are playing from. And there you go. JMZ out in the open, catches him off guard as he's checking every angle inch by inch. Not able to secure it in the end. So, heartbreaking, perhaps. But we'll see. Still, though, I mean, you've got Citizen Arrays on that Galil. Like, the money is just not ideal for either team at this point in time. Rosie doesn't get much done with that Deagle that he bought up. I mean, maybe a little bit more bait than anything else. At that point in time, TJ Bowie has just walked out onto the A-bomb site. I'm not sure that they're going to be aware of the fact that he's managed to get in to such an advanced position, to be honest. Because Gandalf, player to hold this one down, but it would seem maybe the sound cues came in. But either way, they're easily able to pick up TJ Bowier's position. Sure, advanced, but certainly seemed like it was known, and very little utility as well for that T side to try and capitalize on the fact that he'd pushed up so far. Four-on-2 situation. Citizen Arrays, like I say, on that Galil. No utility remaining. Real Hixie, a lot of this is going to be on his back, on his shoulders. Gandalf will get caught out, so it's at least one secure back, but a nice flick from Murdoch. As we have come to expect, and a reconnected spray almost taking down Citizen Arrays. Bryce being left on one. Murdoch, I think he got the tag through, hardly any damage at all, and there you go. Bryce Jr. eventually finds it. There's just too many angles. Not enough time, not enough utility for the lone terrorist to deal with. Little double being found. No armor, of course, for most of these T-side players, so it's easy pickings That's why the MP9 is out. That's why the UMP is out. The money makers. Whistler though, as he said, able to pick up one. Glock eventually connects. So a little bit of damage being done, I suppose, but the need to finish it off. It's like I say, no armor. They're all coming in from the same position. Just not quite strong enough on the Click2Kill side, but still, economic damage can certainly be good at this point in time. You would expect the CT side to be the stronger side on Mirage. It's not all bad. Maybe if they're able to take this one on the Click2Kill side, I don't see them doing so, they'll be able to, well, maybe not even take the round, but, you know, do some economic damage for sure. Then they could certainly present into that CT economy. Citizen Arrays doing a good job of opening up. Pixie as well with the P250 finds KGM. So suddenly, things are looking a little bit dangerous for the CT side. Still low HP, weaker weaponry for a lot of these players. Bomb is absolutely miles away. Should be recoverable now that it's back into a 3-on-3. Do have to be careful. There's a flank, possibly from Whistler, and maybe even a bomb plant going to go down on the A bomb site. All three CT side players are fully sold that it's B at this point in time. Sooner rather than later, they might come to second guess themselves. And there you go, Gandalf started to do so as he was watching behind. Rosie as well finds Citizen Arrays. So now TJ Bowie, 1-on-3. You can at least hope for the bomb plant. Going to be able to get that. As again, I mean, to be fair, you know, Whistler pushing in behind them does look like it's a flank onto that A bomb site. But there you go. He does get the bomb down. Murdoch, no, is ready to pick up the kill after the fact. Whoa, whoa, boys. Boys. Wow, okay. I didn't think he'd go the whole way. Rosie, man. Absolute savage. I guess he wanted that MVP. But either way, 9th round on the board. They will retrieve the orb. I suppose they'll be able to drop it across. We'll see here. I mean, if they don't win this round, you know, going into the final round of the half, they will have a little bit of a weaker bye, to be fair, on some of the players. So it might come back to bite them in the backside. But we'll see. At this point, precedent seems to set that the Bongolz will be winning yet another gun round here. That is a real kick in the teeth. Got to be careful now. Top middle, lots of CTs converging on the position of JMZ. They will take him down as he's not able to pick up a single kill. Ooh, a bit of an awkward exchange. TJ Bowie does eventually find it, but it might be too late. Although Murdoch missing that kill and getting pushed out by the Molotov, but he catches TJ Bowie with a nade out. Whistler on the flank eventually takes down the AWPer of that CT side. Again, maybe not expecting everyone to be pushed in. Doesn't really matter at this point in time, though, as he does find the kill onto Rosie. 2-on-2 situation. Bomb has been planted. For him to now watch over. Citizen Arrays going to be pincered in just a second here. Does need to be careful. KGM rather jumping up. Just get spotted out early if it gets taken. What is that? I'm sorry, boys, but the falling headshot with the M4. That's absolutely disgusting, KGM. I honestly, I'm gobsmacked. It's been a long time in this game. You know, while I've been casting and whatnot, and quite a fair amount over the past few months. I'm genuinely lost for words. Good God. 5 versus 4 as we get into the final round of the half. Murdoch, yeah, again, opening up onto the real Hixie. I don't know, man. Maybe they're not aware of the top mid smoke. It seems like it's there, but maybe he peaks a little bit too early. Murdochland's been really good at getting up onto the I don't really know what to call it, but the little wooden ledge, I suppose, that you can kind of like bunny hop onto. Get yourself into an elevated position and get yourself looking over towards middle very quickly indeed. Rosie finds one through the smoke, so does Gandalf. There's now... Okay, there was 2 left, but then there were none. As the Bongolz get another strong half, 11-4. Click2Kill looking a little bit lost once the rifles came out. They got 3 very early on. You know, if they lost the pistol, if they hadn't have won the subsequent kind of force buy round that they took, then it would have been a very, very different story, to be fair. We'll see here, though. A lot riding on this pistol, of course. A little bit of utility brought out for KGM. Everybody else going to be on armor. Full armor for the CT side. No kit at all. So we're going to be playing off those early picks. Rotation's going to be coming through to the B-bomb site sooner rather than later, but they need to be careful here on B, not to lose too many players. Deep smoke over towards short, works out for Murdochman as he's able to pick up a kill, make it 2 from that very same position. TJ Bowie, the only one to trade back for the CT side here. It's now going to be all onto JMZ, all by himself in a 1-on-4. He's picked up the first. His position's going to be no, and there's hardly anywhere that he can go. Murdochman is actually such a strong pistol player, it has to be said, across these few games that we have seen him play. So that is definitely something from an individual perspective. Very effective with the AWP as well. Bryce Jr. had a lot of nice shots on cash with the AWP. So I wouldn't say he's the only decent AWP player. It might just be a situation of their good AWP players up against bad positional players, so to speak. But certainly with pistols, can't take that away from Murdochman. He's been very, very effective with it. Force buy coming in for Click2Kill. TJ Bowie trying to repeat history, but I think it's going to be easier said than done. That is filthy from Murdochman. Another beautiful flick coming on through with that AK. A weapon that we've not seen him on very often in these couple games, but maybe we should. CZ on the edge of the smoke. Finds Rosie. I think at this point in time, Citizen Arrays is just going to try and save the rifle, maybe going into the next round. Might have to be one of these SMGs. Another kill, but going to be caught out reloading, because it does take an awful long time with the CZ. So the Bongolz, they lose 3 players there. Nice little bit of economic damage done by Click2Kill, but again, it's coming down to that situation where they need to find a bit more than just the economic damage. They need to be picking up rounds, because it is not looking good for them going into the latter stages of this game. Dochman gonna find himself 3 as he is left on 19 HP. Does need to be careful. Actually, he gets burned down by Bryce Jr. Real Hixie, meanwhile, has picked up one apartment. The position's going to be known, and the damage you can do through that wall, especially to unarmored opponents, is massive. So, good stuff in the end. May well be the final buy round for Click2Kill here if they're not able to secure it. Not a bad one, to be fair, but not very much utility, not very much mid-control either, as KGM picks up 2 quick headshots. Whistler eventually does trade him back from short, but again, it is a situation of the damage certainly being done. Well, I'm going to get planted here, but I mean, a lot of damage done by KGM, yes, but his teammates are falling at the first sign of danger, in all honesty. Bryce Jr., of course, is here to pick up the pieces, though. It's now the real Hixie in the 1-on-2. Bit of a fluff nade from Rosie, but it doesn't matter, as Hixie has to find the kills in that situation. Has to force the issue. No utility for him, no kit either, and he's not able to do so. So it will be 15-4. Of course, going to be the force buy coming through for Click2Kill, but it's a very weak one up against a relatively strong buy. Oh god, maybe not. 3 P90s, a scout, and a Negev. Not ideal. Tag comes through onto Murdochnan. He might just get bested with this scout. He does. Real Hixie takes him down. Citizen Arrays here with the MP7. Going to be getting aggressive on the B-bomb site. Able to find 2, actually. So maybe this cheesy little buy from the T side in what could have been the final round might just come back to haunt them. But we'll see. Hixie not really pulling the trigger yet. Does eventually to find the tag, but he will actually get taken down on the repeat. So Bryce Jr. now trying to do what he can with the Negev. It's not going to be too much more as TJ Bio will finish him off. Rosie, though, with the P90 going flying in. Got to be careful. He might not be aware of this flank, though, from JMZ, and he isn't. And there it is. The Deagle connects. The shots land. And a 5th round for Click2Kill. But like I say, the Bongolz. They've got the money. They go for a bit of a cheese buy. And it comes back to bite them in the backside, as seems to be the big boy saying. Oh, okay, okay, I like it, boys. Oh, well, doesn't work out. M4A1S. Real Hixie. See you later, boys. Holy moly. 4, especially those last 2, very, very quick indeed. And JMZ finds the final kill onto KGM. So, easy stuff in the end for Click2Kill. They can certainly hit the shots, but I think it's a little bit more the issue of team coordination, which, you know, can be the deciding factor on your T side, especially. And there are some very strong individual players on the Bongolz side that if you give them the opportunities, they will pick up 2, 3 kills quite easily within a round. There's a fluff Molotov in towards Dark. Actually going to stop Bryce Jr. from pushing in for a little while. He might not be needed immediately, though. His teammates brought it into a 3-on-3, but JMZ and Hixie doing work at the moment. JMZ gets a little bit overzealous with that peek, though. Bryce Jr. will punish him for it. Real Hixie caught with a nade out gets taken down. So now it's back into a 2-on-1. Make it a 2-on-none. As Bryce Jr. will find a very clean headshot onto Citizen Arrays to finish that game off. And I mean, those final 2 players alive for the T side, you can certainly see 22-11, 20-11. Murdochnan and Bryce Jr. are far and away the best players on this team. And from what we've seen in the tournament so far, maybe far and away the best players. But we'll see. That all remains to be seen, as we will be going through to the final after this, possibly jumping in on that second semi-final. Not quite sure at this point in time. But at the very least, Bongolz will be going through to the grand final, the best of 3 situation. So congratulations to them.